This is Brian with indexspeculator.com. Thank you for all the new subscribers to this site. Again, subscribing's free, and we have a lot of free content, free lessons that are being re-added to the website. We've had 3 new traders sign up for our courses, so we appreciate that. And we know the courses are going to benefit your trading. And part of it is what you'll now be trading if you kind of follow along with our approach, which is we want to trade indices. We want to trade the S&P 500 index, for example. We want to have that margin of safety of owning a diversified basket of all the largest companies. And we're looking at our approach. It won't be penny stocks. It won't be these huge lists to scan through. It won't be a mountain of signals. We're very methodical, very disciplined in our approach. So that if you kind of refocus on trading ETFs and indices, you'll have a lot more success. But we're going to be here to help you. So please check out our site. Thank you again for those who have signed up for the educational courses. It will take you quite a while to get through the material with the ebooks, with the guides, the seminars. We do have weekly Q&A with the professional traders. And we also have a weekly educational video that goes out to members as well. For the members, again, the packages are a great way to get introduced to the foundation, the fundamentals of trading indices, charts, and learning high probability setups. And one of those setups today was actually here in silver. And we had a little bit on silver in our previous video, so be sure to watch those, where we have this descending triangle pattern. We have a nice little range here from about 1540 to 1566, 1567. It's bounced around in here. We wanted to wait until the pattern completed, which is a breakout above and a retest. That's an entry, or breakout below and a retest. That's an entry. Today, though, we're just taking a look at different things. We're up in the gold trade. We did very well on E-minis yesterday, so be sure to check out that video. But when we look here at silver, our attention was caught by this gap, gapping up here at the open. One of our strategies that works very well is mean reversion. So we know when there's dramatic price action, dramatic moves, when things gap or when they go parabolic, we know that it reverts to the mean. So we feel very confident. We've had a lot of success with these setups, and this was one of them. So you see, we waited. We didn't go short. We just noticed that, okay, it's approached this level. It broke out. Is it going to try to sustain it? Very similar to our E-mini trade the other day that netted us $1,500 in profit, or netted myself $1,500 in profit. The other traders made a lot more because they stayed in a little bit longer. But be sure to watch that video to kind of hear my breakdown. Again, that's part of the live trading that's along with the signals are sent out to members to the site. But we didn't see it sustain it. In fact, we saw it break back down below, as it's been doing. So it's been getting exhausted here at 1566 plus or minus. We see this pattern. Buying tries to come back in, it stalls out, and we see an engulfing down candlestick. So we know it's continuing lower, but it reverses. And here was our entry. We see it stall out with this doji candlestick. We see buying come in. 1558 was the entry. I didn't take this trade. I saw that the other traders took it. And you see here that pattern, that setup. We see a little bit of a trend here on a multi-day 5-minute chart. And we see this pattern is working out quite well. So I'll continue to take a look at how this plays out over the next couple of hours. It looks like they are targeting a return back to 1566. And again, I know this was part of the conversation in the pre-market. The idea is that with this trade, we are staying small because the pattern, we want to see it kind of play out. And again, it'll break out, retest, and then continue higher, or we'll see a break and a move lower. But we'll continue to release more videos. We thank you for your time this morning. Just wanted to give you a brief snapshot at another signal that was sent out. Continue to take a look at it and be sure to show you how this plays out. Just again, trying to release as much as to our approach and what we're doing, and more of the technical videos that we'll have in the free content section. Those are all going to be uploaded throughout this week. So please subscribe, check back, and we're just trying to make a lot of information free because it's our belief that people can have more success using the same high probability trades and risk management and capital management that they might approach with, say, penny stocks that are very difficult to have predictability and discipline with, or highly leveraged products, or even the volatility in Forex and futures. Again, we're using very liquid. We're using investments that are broadly diversified. So if your timing is wrong, there's a little bit of grace, as far as we sometimes say. But let's continue to come back, check back with you, and it'll be just a little bit longer here because, again, part of trading is sitting still and sitting on your hands, and sometimes not even trading. But we have the signal in. There's trades on, and it's good to see some volume down here as well. So we will check back here in a little bit. Continuing to watch this trade here. In our lessons, we cover a lot, and we talk a lot about this too with members. If you get into a trade and it doesn't immediately move back to the price level that is part of the setup or part of the pattern that you're trying to trade, then what we end up having is a stall out. So we see this is stalling out, only up a couple of cents. We talk about this in the coursework. Specifically for breakouts, you want to see that if you're getting in on that retest, it immediately is moving higher on your charts. We're seeing here that this is stalling out. And so I'm just listening into the chat here and seeing what's going to end up happening with this trade. But typically, if it begins to stall out, then you might even see the stops a little bit tighter. Again, position size is small, and it's small because this pattern that we see in silver, this descending triangle, is kind of narrowing down. We're anticipating that it could likely break out, but you want to stay small because of the overall gap that it could really start to fill. Again, this is just one of the positions that we're looking at today. Again, when you're trading indices, your universe of investments to try to trade and scan and technically analyze, it's all reduced down. It's all reduced. It keeps you very focused. But a lot of the applications from our veteran traders that will help you with this will, again, be part of the educational courses on the site indexspeculator.com. I myself did not take this silver trade. I do still have my position in gold, and I've been trading E-minis. But for right now, keeping an eye on this, wanted to just give you a brief little update, and we'll check back. Again, we're just seeing silver trade flat here at 1561. So we had the signal go out to members of indexspeculator.com at 1558. But this was a good example of where it just did not move immediately back up to the 1568 level. Instead, it's more or less stalled out. So we did see it move up higher, a couple of cents, where position size was quite small for the veteran traders on the site, and a lot of the members as well were in on it. But then we did put the signal out for everyone to close out their positions. Some people are still long here, according to the chat, but all the veteran traders are out. Again, this is a great example of why when it begins to move sideways, it's consolidating. It's not moving immediately higher upon your reentry. It's not moving towards your expected target. And if it just kind of flattens out for pretty much the entire day, then yes, it could move higher and it could be a winning trade. Right now, I think everybody got out without losing money, but the point is you're not going to be right 100% of the time. The setups are not going to be right 100% of the time, and this is a great example. We go back to the hourly, we can zoom out and see that this range is back in play. Just check this out on the hourly chart. Right here, the highs of yesterday were resistance. We broke through that resistance this morning, came back to retest it. That's where we initiated getting back in, and we wanted to trade back to the top of the range. It didn't quite make it there. It stalled out. We wanted to present a real example of a stalled trade when we're using a range and we're using a particular setup. Now, we've seen this setup work quite often, quite consistently, of moving right back to the highs. It just did not do that. So it's okay. If it was a losing trade, which it wasn't for, I'm pretty sure everybody, even if it were a losing trade, again, we're looking at on a 5-day week, we're seeing 3 to 4 winning days, maybe 1 or 2 days where setups are just not consistent with how they appear and how they are executed historically on charts and in technical analysis. So we just want to thank you again for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out our other videos of some profitable trading. One was a recording of a live trading for our site members. Just want to show you a little bit of additional information on our trader education courses, where you can learn from our veteran traders. Our approach, again, unlike a lot of sites that are penny stock recommendations, or individual equities where you can have single stock risk, we do have a very consistent, methodical, profitable approach to trading indexes. And you can see here where we have our foundation course as well as a more advanced course. But we do recommend just a one-time permanent full access membership. That, again, the reason behind making it permanent, we've been asked that question, is that we have a very consistent process that's worked well for multiple decades. However, it continues to develop, and a lot of the traders we are mentoring on the site will continue to develop as well. We are always trying to learn. So you see a lot of information here as far as what our courses cover. The idea really is that we'll continue to make sure we provide setups like today, which are very profitable. And part of our process, we provide that ongoing market-related insight, live position signals, weekly Q&A with traders, weekly educational seminars. It's about an hour each week. So again, our course is on index trading, and we have our reasons for this approach, but we know that our cumulative history and how we present this in a very structured course, multiple courses for both beginner and more advanced traders. And we know that with discipline and with this foundation framework in index trading, you will become a profitable trader. And finally, we just want to point out where members are logging in. You need to make sure that after you've checked out, we've had a few questions from some of the newer members. You'll still need to go to the members login section and complete this part and get the link. So again, thank you for everyone who has subscribed. So thank you once again, and be sure to check out our other videos and come see our site as well. Thank you.